How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. The Lakers have a team loaded with talent and now even officially have a big three with LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Westbrook. They have the talent to be able to compete for an NBA championship, but it will take some time to reach that point. And one early problem that they may have to overcome is figuring out how to properly utilize both LeBron and Westbrook on the court together. A lot of this will depend on their ability to build chemistry and learn to complement each other on the court, but the other part is out of their control. And I say that because no matter how well they learn to play with each other, they will never be able to truly unlock their full potential on the court together without having the right players on the court to complement their play styles. So in today's video, we'll be talking about who I believe is the key to unlocking the full potential of the LeBron and Westbrook pairing on the court together. And while there will obviously be more than only one player who contributes to that, some will contribute more than others. And in order to truly unlock the full potential of LeBron and Westbrook, they need to surround them with players who amplify what they do best on the court. And I'm sure many of you have different opinions on who you believe is the key to doing that, which is completely fine. There will without a doubt be more than only one role player who fits well on the court with LeBron and Westbrook, but I'm just going to give my opinion on who I believe is truly the key to unlocking their full potential. And to do that, we'll review the most popular role players I've seen being mentioned for that, and then we'll narrow it down to who I think will be the most impactful to LeBron and Westbrook in particular. But with all that being said, the first role player that we will review is Talen Horton-Tucker. The popular argument for Talen being the key to unlocking their game is from his attacking mentality and ability to improve as a three-point shooter, and I've even seen many individuals wanting to include Talen in their starting lineup. And while I do think the idea of him improving as a three-point shooter would help his argument to be paired on the court with LeBron and Russ, I would not call him an ideal pairing with them, and definitely not the key to unlocking their game. Even if Talen is able to improve as a three-point shooter, that does not guarantee that he will improve to the point where he is regarded as a true threat yet. We have to remember that he only shot 28% from the three-point line last year. I'd honestly be happy if he could improve that to around 32%, which would still not be good enough to be regarded as a threat. And while you can argue that his mentality to attack the rim would fit well on the court with them, I think it would honestly become a bit too much at that point. Because while it can be good to pair like-minded individuals on the court together, they cannot all have the ball in their hands, nor will they have room to attack the rim if that is what they are all trying to do. In today's NBA, you need to have reliable three-point shooting and players who can move well without the ball, and Talen simply is not the perfect fit for that role. Talen would be a much better fit coming off the bench with guys that complement his game better, like Kendrick Nunn and Carmelo Anthony. And overall, while I am not saying that Talen should never play with LeBron and Russ, I am saying that there are better players to put on the court with them compared to him. And the next player that I've often seen being mentioned to pair on the court with them has actually been Carmelo Anthony. I personally have Carmelo Anthony projected to be coming off their bench, but I can see where the idea of including him in their starting lineup comes from. The argument here is with Melo being an improved three-point shooter and with his ability to take scoring pressure off of LeBron and Russ. I don't think this would be a bad pairing, and if they're trying to build their most deadly scoring lineup, then I would actually agree, but I don't think that is their main priority here, because while I do think Melo would complement them fairly well on offense, he probably would not on defense, and I still think there are better overall fits than him. Melo has without a doubt become a better three-point shooter and off-ball player during his time in Portland, but he still does not move all that well without the ball. He primarily waits in the corner and wing for a three-point shot when he does not have the ball in his hands, and while there is nothing wrong with that, it does limit his ability to be referred to as a true off-ball threat. And then if you were to include Carmelo Anthony in their starting lineup, that would likely push Trevor Ariza out of their starting lineup, which would force LeBron to have to play a bigger role on defense. And with him turning 37 years old relatively soon, that would be a lot to ask of him throughout an entire 82-game season. And overall, I do not believe Carmelo Anthony is the key to unlocking LeBron and Russ either, but what about Malik Monk? As many of you have probably seen, I have included him in a majority of my projected starting lineups, and I feel like he has probably been the most widely accepted player on their team to be included in their starting lineup as shooting guard. And the reason for that is from his ability to shoot from the three-point line, move without the ball, and be a great complement to LeBron and Russ while running in transition. He shot over 40% from the three-point line last year and really showed improvement as an off-ball player and as a player who can get really hot while shooting the ball. His ability to shoot and go on a hot streak here and there would draw a lot of attention away from guys like LeBron, AD, and Russ. And with that, if there is anyone on their team that we know will run with them in transition, it would have to be Malik Monk. He may even arguably be the best dunker on their team, which is really quite the compliment. And overall, Malik Monk might seem like the best player to pair with them on the court. I mean, he has the ability to do all of the things that would amplify the playstyle of LeBron and Russ, but would he be able to do them every game? The only issue with believing that Malik Monk is the key to unlocking LeBron and Russ is that he has not been able to prove that he is a consistent player yet. For example, last year was the first time that he was able to shoot above 35% from the 3-point line in his entire career. He without a doubt had a breakout year and proved that he is capable of living up to his potential, but can he maintain that progress? That will be something to watch, and it may prohibit him from being the key that we are looking for. And although I am not yet convinced that he will be the one to truly unlock the potential of LeBron and Russ on the court together, I still believe he will be included in their starting lineup. However, I think Wayne Ellington is the player that needs to spend the most time on the court together with them, regardless of whether or not he is included in their starting lineup. Because when it really comes down to it, the kind of player that you need to pair on the court with ball-dominant players like LeBron and Russ is the one that is always moving without the ball to draw attention away from them, and one that can hit tough shots from the 3-point line, and there is no one on their team better at that than Wayne Ellington. Again, while I am not sure they will include him in their starting lineup, I do believe he needs to spend a majority of his time on the court with LeBron and Russell Westbrook. His game is tailor-made to play off of them, and he moves incredibly well without the ball and cannot be forgotten about by the opposing team. Ellington does not need much room to get off a shot, and he can hit difficult shots at a very high rate. He did not make 42.2% of his shots from the 3-point line last year by accident. When it comes to 3-point shooting and off-ball movement, he is the ideal player to pair on the court with them. The only argument against playing him a lot of minutes or including him in their starting lineup has been his ability to defend. And while I am not going to tell you that he is a great defender or anything, I do think he is getting a worse rep on defense than he probably should. Even while playing for bad teams throughout his entire career, he has rounded out to be an average defender, and he has even had years where the numbers point out that he was above average too. He is still only 33 years old and not far removed from his physical prime. If motivated to give effort on defense, which will be expected of him from Frank Vogel, I believe he can be an average to an above average defender, and that is something that neither one of Malik Monk nor Carmelo Anthony have proven capable of doing within the past year. And if Ellington can prove to be a capable defender for them, combined with what he provides in offense, I truly believe he would become the key to unlocking the pairing of LeBron and Russ. He will draw more attention off the ball than any other player on their team is capable of, and when doing that, along with hitting his 3-point shots at a high rate, he would make for the perfect complement to them. But with that will conclude my thoughts on who I believe will be the key to unlocking LeBron and Russell Westbrook on the court together. And what do you guys think? Do you agree that Wayne Ellington will be the key to unlocking their ability to play together, or do you think a different player will be more important? Let me know your thoughts by commenting down below, and we can talk about it there. That will do it for this video though. Thank you to everyone who took the time to watch until the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please remember to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications to get notified right away when I drop a new video. And if you want to stay up to date on all my immediate thoughts and moves around the NBA, be sure to follow me on Twitter too. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day.